Novo lit that shit bang.
Welcome back, everybody, to Corrosive Judgment, and I guess this is kind of fun to see. John Swan is making his return onto YouTube. Second return. Okay, so the John Swan situation is kind of funny, and most people watching the channel now were around for it. But for those of you who are not or seeing this video on the channel for the first time, John Swan essentially got into this drama with Dream, right? Dream being a massive channel. And essentially, John Swan, along with Lieutenant Cobra, basically made this alt account in which they pretended to be Dream. They talked about how they had a Minecraft sex mod. They were trolling Harley TBS with it. Dream found out about it. Dream talked to John Swan about it. John basically said, hey, it was my neighbor, my family's friend's autistic 12-year-old kid, which was awful. Then apparently he had admitted to doing all of this, found out that there was evidence of it. That evidence was being presented. Nicholas Diorio calls him out. John Swan panics, admits to everything. Then says he's going to take a break. Then he kind of comes back, gets into a fight with Tipster and Bowblocks or something, and then he disappears again. And then, so the John Swan situation is actually really hilarious. But it did show that there's an issue with trusting a commentator, any channel, and not kind of like questioning what they're presenting, holding them to task for what they are putting out there, right? Because a lot of people trusted John Swan, which allowed him to blatantly lie about something, and he pissed a lot of people off. He let a lot of people down, I guess is the best way of putting it, because he was really respected amongst a lot of people in commentary. But now we have him making his return, and he, for some reason, decided not to put it in a Google Doc, which I don't know why. Like, I would have preferred the SoundCloud version of this, but let's go through his response to everybody. Hey everyone, over the past few months I've spent some time reflecting, touching some grass, seeing family, and taking some time away from social media. In my life, I have made many mistakes, but the events of 3 months ago clearly take the cake for how absolutely dumb, irresponsible, selfish, and downright imbecilic I truly was. Well, that would all be a massive understatement. A few weeks after everything came out, I made an effort to reach out to everyone I personally misled and offered all of them to call to apologize and go through anything they wanted to. All accepted, and for the most part, we've all moved on from what happened. I also reached out to Dream the day of and gave him a private apology. I burnt many bridges, and a lot of people are probably never going to talk to me again, but I tried as hard as I could to try and make reparations for what I did wrong. Now, we'll keep reading through it, but what I want to know is if he gets to any point in which he talks about how he actively lied to people and only came out and admitted it when he was backed into a corner. Because that was, look, you make a mistake, you admit to making the mistake, right? But you make a mistake, then you lie about it, then you continue to lie about it, then you lie to all your friends about it, then you lie to everybody who knows you about it, rather than just saying, hey, I did do this thing, I fucked up, it was silly, it was stupid, and honestly, it was just silly and stupid. It was some stupid fucking troll that he had done when he had like 1,000 subs or something. You know, he's clearly not worried about his career at the time. It was dumb drama. It was really dumb drama, and all he had to do was just come forward and say, hey, I just started on YouTube and I was just being a silly dick. I'm sorry. I fucked up, right? Instead, he lied to everybody for so long. All right, let me keep reading through this shit, though. I messed up in a big way on a large scale in many ways. It was a massive reality check for me. Although I'm very young, I always thought of myself as mature, but I guess I still have a lot to learn. I've been working on myself these past few months, trying to better myself as a person. Over my time on YouTube, I have developed an ego. I'm sure some of you have noticed it. I don't like what I became, and I've tried to go back to the place where I was 2+ years ago. Well, yes, I mean, given what you lied about and the extent you were willing to go to lie about it, that's incredibly immature. But I mean, it I don't even know if immature is like a great way of describing it, because there are very immature people who still wouldn't do this shit, because it's not just immature. We're talking about disloyal, like just completely dishonest. But I get being young probably did at least play a small factor in all of that. And so all of this begs the question, where do I go from here? Rest assured, I'm not giving up. I know some people won't be happy with that, but I'm not about to throw everything away without trying my very best to earn back people's respect. I know it won't be easy and not everyone will want me back, but all I'm asking for is a chance. Over the past year of me making videos seriously, a lively and notable community grew alongside me. A community that I'm really proud of, and I owe it to those people to give this a fair shot. Look, I'm just commenting on this situation because I do kind of find it a little funny. But please, I in no way, shape, or form am saying whether you should accept his apology or not. I will just say that for me, the fact of the matter is, it's the fact that he had to be backed into a corner to actually admit what he did was wrong. But I believe in giving people second chances. It's just when he came back after doing this shit, he then got into some sort of stupid, pissy argument with Bo Blacks and Tipster, in which he talked about how everybody kind of like turned on him because he didn't hold up to the standards that they had set for him, or some stupid shit like that. And I'm just like, okay, so you haven't learned a thing. You haven't learned a goddamn thing. But then he goes away. Now he's back. Look, I personally, I don't feel he's actually changed. I don't feel he's actually learned any real lesson. But I don't really know. I like it. I'm my opinion based on how I've seen him behave so far. And even reading this apology where he doesn't really address one of the core issues with what he had done. I don't feel like there's been any actual growth, but I could be wrong. So I think he deserves to, come back and face his own audience. And if his audience wants to watch his videos, which I admit are very well edited, then it's on them. Like it's really on them. It's not on anybody else. If you don't want to watch his videos, don't watch his videos. If you want to give him a second chance, go ahead and watch his videos. But I will say that if you're going to give him a second chance and you want to go back to supporting the guy and all that other stuff, I would just, you've got to take everything he says with a grain of salt unless you verify it yourself, because the guy has a major credibility issue. So he's going to have to back up everything he says moving forward. And unless he does, you probably should dip out. But again, that's just my opinion on it. I'll probably do a casual stream within the next few days, weeks, going over everything and answering any questions you guys might have. But in the meantime, I've got some great videos lined up, and I'll be releasing 2 videos a week starting Saturday and the next few weeks. There's a mixture of short and long videos in there, and I think you guys will really enjoy them. Stay tuned. I'll see you guys soon. So, yeah, look, I mean, I think someone said, like, when Bo Blacks blew up, he bought an apartment or something, or he got an apartment. So YouTube is his career, right? This is what John Swan wants to do. And I don't want to be the person who takes away someone's job for some idiotic thing that they did. I don't think he's learned. I don't think he's grown. But I could be wrong. So you should watch him for yourself and see if you feel he's changed. But also, I mean, it's his job. It's his job, and he fucked up in a major way. So I hope that he does change the way that he behaves and everything, even if he doesn't want to. If he's forced to, fine, right? But I don't know. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think John Swan deserves a second or third chance or whatever? Or do you feel like he's completely just screwed himself over really nothing? Anyways, I look forward to your guys' opinions, and I'll go ahead and see you later tonight on the stream.
Nova, let that shit bang.